we'd like to thank our other sponsor, Big Red Safe Locks. They quite literally put an auto dialer that brutally tests this thing, cycling the lock over 650 openings per hour for 35 days. That's over a month, and these locks survive. That's why I choose to use them as my preferred replacement lock. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to have a safe installation, and this is one of the used safes that we have. So sometimes customers, they will upgrade them and sell them a newer safe. Whoa. Alrighty, how's it going out there? This is Wayne, and one of our jobs that we've got today is sometimes people have safes and they don't want them anymore. They want to upgrade, or they're moving and they can't deal with it, so they need a safe removed. So we offer a free safe removal service just because sometimes people don't have the equipment. Everybody wants a gun safe, but guess what nobody wants to do? Move them. So that's what we do. We have the specialized equipment. We have this specialized safe chariot trailer that moves gun safes really, really nicely. And I can move this gun safe by myself all day long when some people can't. So this was a haul off. This was actually, we sold a much more expensive safe and they wanted to trade this one in. So we basically haul these off for free, and then we resell them, and the resale is where we make the profit for our time for originally hauling that safe off. And then there's a new delivery, the cost of the safe, and a new delivery and installation fee at a new place. This one has no lock on it. It had an electronic lock on it, and the customer does not want that. So our new customer wants a mechanical lock, so we're going to put on this big red safe lock here. Okay, so you can hang out and watch, and I'll show you how we pull this back off and install the new lock on here. Now, with most gun safes, and I say most, with most quality, reputable gun safes, you should be able to change out from electronic to mechanical lock. They should have the same footprint or the same bolt pattern or the same mounting pattern on the back side, both an electronic lock and a mechanical lock. For the most part, if they're a standard size lock, should have the same bolt pattern to be able to go on to either of these. So you can choose whether you have a electronic lock for convenience, or this bolt pattern here for a mechanical lock for that durability. And sometimes people worry about EMPs or electronic devices not working in the event of an emergency. So it's completely up to you. A lot of people ask me what I think, whether I like an electronic lock or whether I like a mechanical lock a little bit better. And my answer is always this: what works best for you? If you buy a gun safe and you find that you're going to have other family members, maybe your wife, yourself, and other people accessing that safe, a keypad is probably going to be more user-friendly for everybody involved. Older people, if older people are involved, they have a really hard time seeing all of these little teeny tiny lines that are on this thing to be able to actually get into it, and they find it very frustrating. So a keypad would be what I would recommend for those applications. You can see lining these tiny little lines up could be difficult for somebody that can't see that well. So the electronic lock is obviously more convenient. They're also less reliable. I would recommend anybody that has an electronic safe lock, that lock be replaced every 5 to 7 years in a commercial application, and every 7 to 10 years in a residential application like this. As far as a mechanical lock goes, more difficult to use, but definitely more reliable. These things, I mean, we've done testing. Big Red has done testing on these where they've cycled them with an auto dialer that basically runs hundreds of thousands of possible combinations, if not millions. And they survive that test, and they still work after you put it on there, and continuously run this thing for days on end, working as fast as it can possibly go with the robot. So, mechanical, extremely reliable, probably don't need to replace it throughout the lifetime of the ownership of the safe. Electronic, more convenient, probably should be replacing things every 7 to 10 years. So hang out and you'll watch me install this on here and swap this over. Okay, we're going to start by opening the safe and pulling the back off of the door. Be extremely careful with this because it is just drywall. It's pretty much the fire retardant in almost all of your gun safes is pretty much just drywall that you can find in your house. We start off by mounting the lock on the back side, and then we mount the dial ring on the front of the safe. Then we thread the dial in all the way, and if you caught it there was a really quick little black mark, and we go ahead and cut
the spindle to fit accurately. I would really not recommend the general public try changing their own safe locks, simply because I've had a lot of locked out safes from that.
Alrighty, there you have it. We got this thing fully operational. It's locked right now. It's in the stock or the factory combination of just being on the number 50. Just like that. Opens right up. We'll change the combination when we get to the customer's location, and we'll see what they want to have that set to. So that's pretty much it for here. Big Red Locks, definitely one of my go-to brands. They just last a long time, and they're easy to install, and they stand behind their product. So that's why I use that particular brand, and that's why I have this on here. I don't like doing warranty work, and in the safe and vault world, when the safe is open, we have lots of options. When it's shut and locked, we have expensive options, and that's what I always tell my customers. So thanks for watching this little project here. We're going to get this thing rolled up and get this thing delivered over to our customer.
I'm actually going to leave the noises on just because it adds a little bit of flavor and humor to this. We had one safe to install, and then we had a call for another one to install, so this is us doubling up. Notice how we have that big heavy-duty strap on there.
Alrighty, so safety is always going to be our number one thing. We make sure that the jack is up, make sure that our lights are plugged in, make sure that our hitch is installed correctly and attached, make sure our safety chains are on, make sure our safety pin is on, make sure our cable has tension, make sure everything's strapped on nice and tight so it doesn't move. Okay, that's how we do it. And just make sure that everything's working exactly the way that it is supposed to be, and you can't double check too many times. Double, triple, quadruple check, and then you won't have a problem. Lose one of these down the road with one of those safes attached to it, and you are going to have problems.
And there we have it. Freshly installed, customers extremely happy, and everything worked out well. For more information, check out wayneslockshop.com. Fill out an application if you'd like to become a locksmith and do some of the fun things that you see on these videos legally. Check out wayneslockshop.com or scan the QR code. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.